Good evening and welcome to Newsfeed. Today is Thursday, December 7th. I'm Catherine Ragukis.
And I'm Lauren Guido. We're excited to have you here watching with us tonight. Let's see what's happening in Ann Arbor.
University of Michigan police are investigating an armed robbery that occurred outside of West Quad Residence Hall on Monday night. The three unidentified suspects entered the dorm room of the student victims around 9 p.m., demanding property from the victims. During the incident, a handgun was brandished by the suspects and two of the victims were physically beaten. An hour later, the suspects fled the residence hall. The police were called around 10:30 p.m. Residents in South Quad and West Quad were told to stay in their rooms as a precaution until police were sure that a suspect had not been spotted in the area. The suspects and their whereabouts are still unknown.
The Motor City, Hitsville, USA, and Hockeytown are just a few of Detroit's many titles. This Friday, Detroiters are attempting to impart a new title in the city, and one inspired by the holidays: Guinness World Record holder for most people wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. The current title holder is Lawrence, Kansas, and stands at 3,473 sweater wearers. As the city works towards rebuilding itself, events such as this act as a means of developing greater sense of community in its residents and giving a new life to the city. As event facilitator Nancy Moody said, the DTE Energy Foundation is proud to shine a light on the developing area of downtown. If you too are interested in being a Guinness World Record holder and supporting Detroit, come to Beacon Park at 6:30 for this event.
Tuesday evening, Central Student Government President Anushka Sarkar and Vice President Nadine Jawad sent out a campus-wide email containing a statement that students could sign in opposition to white supremacist Richard Spencer's potential visit to our campus. The statement was addressed to President Mark Schlissel and the university regents. Since Richard Spencer has had a history of violence ensuing at his college tours, the statement referenced, quote, violence and unsafe atmosphere that come with Richard Spencer and the people that follow him as a major concern for students. President Schlissel stated that Spencer would not visit if he cannot guarantee public safety. He is still yet to make a final decision. Now it's time for a short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
They told me a bottle that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the show. You're watching Newsfeed. Let's get into our national news.
Over the past 3 days, fires have destroyed more than 83,000 acres of land across Southern California. Just yesterday, police shut down 9 miles of I-405, one of the busiest highways in the country. As flames came down the foothills towards the highway, people described the scene as a, quote, gigantic ball of orange, unquote. The freeway has now been reopened, but the damage unfortunately still remains.
This past week, female Senate leaders called upon Senator Al Franken to resign mid sexual harassment claims. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also spoke out, calling upon the Minnesota senator to step down. There's been a whirlwind of sexual assault accusations after the hashtag #MeToo campaign advocating for victims to speak out, and government officials have not been immune. Democratic Michigan Congressman John Conyers, who has also been accused, announced that he is retiring immediately and stepping down from his post.
The sexual assault claims in politics continue, with Alabama Senate GOP candidate Judge Roy Moore. Over half a dozen women have accused Moore of sexual assault, initially prompting the Republican Party and Senate leaders to cut ties. However, after a recent endorsement by President Donald Trump, the Republican National Committee has restated their support for the candidate. However, the GOP is still not in agreement. Arizona Senator Jeff Flake outright endorsed Moore's opponent, Democrat Doug Jones, by sending him a campaign check for $100 with the memo, "Country over Party." The race will be held on Tuesday, December 12th. Our eyes will be on Moore and Alabama's special election to see how this unfolds. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some international news.
Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Is the seat supposed to be forward-facing or rear-facing? Did they move to a booster seat too soon? It may be too late to check when you're on the road. Fortunately, you're on the couch. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Don't think you know. Know you know.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Gotta write the script, you gotta finish the B-roll. Hey, Liza, what's up?
Oh my gosh. Guys, how's it going in here?
Hey, what's up? Wow. What is Jordan, you done with the script? Wow, this is crazy. Wow, let's go.
Liza.
Alright, bye, Liza, we're going downstairs.
Alright, guys, they're gone. Put the game on.
Finally.
Go, go, go. Come on, Clemson.
Welcome back to Newsfeed. Now it's time for the international news.
President Trump officially announced today that the United States recognizes the city of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The U.S. Embassy in Israel, which is currently located in Tel Aviv, will therefore be moving to Jerusalem in the coming years. This action is likely to ignite controversy and protests among the Palestinian people. President Trump says that this announcement should not have bearing on the peace negotiations between Israel and Palestine, and that his reasoning for the declaration is that although Jerusalem is a sensitive issue, he feels the need to recognize that the Israeli legislature, prime minister, and Supreme Court all sit in Jerusalem.
On Tuesday, December 5th, Russia's Olympic team was barred from the 2018 Winter Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea by the International Olympic Committee. Not only is this team forbidden to attend, but so are the nation's government officials. The flag will not be raised at the opening ceremony, and its national anthem will not be played either. The ban comes at the end of prolonged investigations reiterating the well-known fact that Russia is guilty of executing an extensive state-backed doping program. President Vladimir Putin says individual athletes could decide for themselves whether to compete in the Olympic Games, although those individuals will have to wear a neutral uniform, and the official record book will show that Russia won 0 medals.
A man who allegedly plot to assassinate British Prime Minister Theresa May appeared in court on Wednesday and was charged with terrorism offenses. The 20-year-old suspect, N. Zakaria Rahman, was arrested last week and charged on Tuesday. According to court documents, Rahman planned to detonate an explosive device at the gates of Downing Street with the goal of acquiring access to number 10, May's official residence, to kill her. Rahman will appear in court again on December 20th. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Catherine Ragukas.
And I'm Lauren Guido.
And you've just been Newsfed.